Hey y'all, how's it going? We are here with a timeless reading. Before we get started with the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with the highest good. Okay, I'm seeing there be a focus on you taking action in a way that you feel like you're keeping in your head, like the concept of like this harmony that you're trying to create. It's like the opposite of separateness. There can be like a consideration within the movement that you're making, or a decision that you're making, or something that you're doing. It's like, I'm also hearing remembering why we're all here. We're starting off with the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Interesting thing to see. Nine of Pentacles is you being in a spot where you feel like things are good, but it can also be a spot where things have come to fruition and you may be being over that at this point. Like maybe you're ready for something else. Maybe you feel like something has grown to what it was going to grow to. Okay. I'm seeing a couple different things. You may be leaving something that you feel like is good because maybe you feel like it's not good enough, which is interesting with the Nine of Pentacles because this can be something within your physical environment that felt very ideal for you, but it can like taste kind of empty. Meaning like on the outside, like Nine of Pentacles on the outside can look very good, but it can be something where you're like, but not for me. Empty. I'm seeing Ten of Swords, which would mean that you walking away from this would feel very bittersweet and maybe very difficult to do as well, because it's not like you're walking away from something that's awful. I'm seeing you walking away from something that may have suited you in a lot of ways, but it wasn't necessarily fully fulfilling for you. And right now I'm seeing what's motivating you is something that you feel like is more aligned with the type of path that you want to be walking upon, and finding that connection you've been looking for that maybe you feel like wasn't really present in what you had going on before. Yeah, I'm seeing you immediately starting to work with someone. Feels like also working with yourself too. I'm seeing you move through this process very intuitively. So it's like you leave one path. I want to definitely point this out because it's being highlighted. The path that you're leaving, there wasn't anything wrong with it. It just like wasn't maybe suiting you in a way that you felt super connected to it. So it may have not been something where you're like, wow, this is like a huge problem, I gotta get out of here. It's something that you could have settled for this, but I'm getting that you could have been being like, but I want more. Like, is this all there is? Is that really it for me? And so I'm seeing that's what's motivating you. So in order for you to do this, I'm seeing something has to be cut off or called to an end, which looks like the most difficult part about this whole thing. It's like doing the actual Ten of Swords here, which is like really allowing this cycle to complete here and moving through it mentally. Then I'm seeing you like pop out on a different road, and it looks like there's something or somebody that you're connecting with over here, and I'm seeing you guys immediately starting to work together. Very quickly, this all happens. You feel like naturally connected with this path, potentially with this person if there's somebody involved in this. But the Two of Cups can be anything that you feel like really connected with in a significant way. Yeah. For some of you, it's not a person. For others of you, it is. This is definitely more in alignment for you as far as like what you're looking for right now, is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing also the way that you like communicate and work with this person. You have like similar communication styles and you work similarly together, and you also feel like this person is willing to put in like as much effort. It's definitely more agreeable for you, because before you could have been like, I feel like I'm working with somebody that gives me like 50% and I'm always putting in 100, and that could have been the case of what was going on before. And but now within this scenario that you've moved into, like with this other road that you feel like is you're more connected with, I'm seeing this person that you're working with. Yeah, we'll just call it a person, but know that it can be bigger than that. It can be something apart from that, like an institution. It can be like a club that you're going to. It can be you doing something that you feel like is more worthwhile to you, like that you feel more passionate about, you know. So for some of you it's going to be a person, for others of you it can be something else. We'll just call it a person for the sake of simplifying this and not getting too wordy with the whole message, and then you can apply it, okay? What I'm getting is that you enter onto this path, you feel very connected with it and with this person that you're connecting with, and I'm seeing you move into like working with this person, and you guys work very well together because both of you guys are showing up, and you're like, wow, this is really worth my time. And you could have felt before that you were working with a partner that maybe didn't fully show up in the ways that were important to you, in the ways that feel important to you, but this person will. So even though before it like maybe wasn't a whole big deal, but it was like a big deal to you with what wasn't working before. And also too, like maybe on the outside things looked good. Like Nine of Pentacles can be people from the outside looking in and being like, wow, you have everything. But to have this Eight of Cups here, it tells a different story of you being like, it may be everything to you, but to me something's missing. And that's what I'm seeing motivated you to move away from this and towards what you felt like was more preferred, that you felt more connected to. And I'm seeing you actually find exactly that here. So you could have been like, okay, well, we have this like raw chemistry, we have this raw connection, and that could have even been something that you had with the last person too, but now it comes time, sorry, I'm like moving around a lot. You could have had a connection with the last person, because like Two of Cups you can come by, even though it's not like you don't have the Two of Cups with every single person, but you find multiple people that you connect with, okay? So maybe you had Two of Cups with the last person. However, they're like two very different things that come together when we have a connection with someone. One is the chemistry that we have with them, and that can be, we can give weight to that because it feels important to us. The other thing is how willing they are to show up. Because you can have great chemistry with someone that has like an avoidant attachment and you never go anywhere with them, or they're constantly leaving or dipping, whatever. Then you can have a situation where maybe you don't have the most magnetic chemistry with somebody, but they're consistent for you and you're looking for safety and consistency, and maybe you'll grow within that bond and that connection. Then sometimes you have chemistry with somebody that's like off the charts and they're also willing to show up. The willingness is very important, because without that willingness, without that willpower, without that solar plexus energy of where this person is exerting their energy and how they're showing up, nothing is going to be created, because that's our manifesting energy. Well, it's an aspect of our manifesting energy, especially when we're working with another person. And so I'm seeing you both have chemistry and a connection with this person, but I'm getting that you could have been like, but are they going to show up? Because there's a possibility that like maybe we won't work well together. Maybe they're not good at compromising or communicating or something like that, or it's just not going to be compatible. But I'm seeing that it is compatible. So maybe this didn't feel like the safest bet that you made, but I'm seeing you like really followed your heart here, and it really seems like it's working out. I'm seeing Taurus on the bottom of the deck. There could be something about like different cultures intertwining or you being introduced to something new. Yeah, I'm getting that this feels very different for you. Like this type of experience that you're having now with this person is like a different type of connection than what you've experienced before. And I'm seeing there's a lot of like potential for growth here. But it also means sort of like cutting off these dead pieces of you that you don't need anymore. But it's about getting to that point where you're recognizing you don't need those parts anymore. Otherwise, we continue to hold on to these things that just end up being sort of like dead weight. It's like these things that are obsolete that we hold on to. I'm seeing this be like internal stuff. These things that are obsolete that we hold on to, it can be like psychologically speaking, like baggage that we're holding on to, stuff that we haven't cleared out, stuff that we haven't accepted, things that we keep doing, patterns that we keep playing out that when you look at it, it's like that's actually not taking me where I'm trying to go, or like that's not how I want to be showing up, stuff like that. So I'm seeing this has grounds for a lot of like psychological change for you, psychological, spiritual change, growth, expansion, stuff like that. But in the beginning, it's going to feel like a lot of shedding, is what I'm seeing. There's a lot of you letting go of what you don't need. It's like you're getting as light as possible, is how this is coming through. For some of you, this has to do with particular roles that you were playing, and also your resources can be connected with this too. But the foundation of this is all on a psychological level. That's where this all begins. It's connected with your mentality. I'm getting too that as you work with this person, you may find as well that like your values are changing too. Changing meaning they're evolving. This isn't like you're changing and you can't recognize yourself anymore and you feel very out of touch. This is like you're actually getting more in touch. The prospects of this look very, very desirable. I'm seeing it feel very clear like what this person is offering to you and sort of what you're offering yourself by showing up consistently with this person. Because it looks very much like you guys are on the same page, even though there was a question mark within that before. Okay, so let's like squish this in very quickly to just do like a summary review. You had something that from the outside looking in could have looked very valuable, but you felt like there was something missing. So you needed to make the choice and maybe be brave with something here to be like, I'm looking for something else and make that decision, because I'm seeing like a call that's made. And then I'm seeing you pop up on this other road that you feel like is more aligned with like what you're preferring to experience, and it's more aligned with the type of connection, especially that you're looking to experience. And then I'm seeing whoever, whomever, whatever that is that you're connecting with, I'm seeing you guys immediately begin to work together. And I'm seeing it go very, very well. And I'm seeing within this, you're like learning more about yourself and your values, how you want to show up. And there's sort of like a rethinking and an expansion that's happening with maybe even what you're looking for within a relationship. And it's helping you even clarify things that maybe you couldn't put your finger on or give a name to that you were experiencing before in the last thing that just wasn't fitting right, but it was like hard to call it out. It was hard to understand. And so now I'm seeing like changes are happening to that, meaning like evolution and expansion connected with your values and also like what you're looking to give and receive and experience within a dynamic. And I'm seeing the offer of this happening, of you to connect with this, and it being like very clear now what it is. And I'm seeing the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is something that feels very, very happy for you. Like this feels much more aligned. Because Eight of Cups is like, something is missing and I'm trying to find what that is for me. Two of Cups is you finding that thing and connecting with it. Three of Pentacles is like we're working together now. So like you're willing to be here and I'm willing to be here and both of us are showing up. The Death card is all of these changes that you're going through. We have the Ace of Swords here, so I'm seeing you be very clear now on what's going on, even though there had been a question mark on things, like how's it gonna go? It was like something that you couldn't know sort of until you experienced. And then I'm seeing Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So that's like the whole point of this Eight of Cups is like I don't feel fulfilled or something is missing and I'm trying to find that missing link. And Ten of Cups is like I found it. So I'm seeing this feel like very cut and dry now at this point. What's going to help you most right now is being patient and allowing things to like fully come to fruition, because it's not just going to happen overnight. This is going to be a process. So keep that in mind, okay, as you move through this. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.